right now, $199. Computer or laptop, only $199. DVD for $29 or DVD VCR for $49. Otherwise, I'll break my head. What do you want for my life? I'm giving you for $79 home theater. If you don't buy from Crazy Keegan, you have a problem with your head. Hurry before I change my mind.
Welcome to the Three in the Chamber podcast. Coming to you again, man. What are we like? Episode 13? Like we are moving, bro. We are moving.
Yeah,
but,
that's a lot.
Yeah, but listen, man, we appreciate you riding with us for the next hour and some change, or however long we decide to be on here talking and bullshitting and, pretty much talking about the things that we care about. So, of course, we'll start off with some sports and we'll move around all over the place or whatever and just talk about the shit that we care about the most. So, again, we appreciate you riding with us, man. It's a new year. It's 2021. So this is our first episode of the new year. So we made it out of 2020, somewhat unscathed, I guess. We're still here. So I guess we should be thankful for the fact that we are able to see a new year because there are a lot of people who didn't make it out of last year. So always be conscious of the fact that
300,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and again, that's just COVID related deaths. But again, like I said, there's a lot of people that didn't get a chance to see this new year. So again, like I said, thankful for our families and everything else, obviously, that allowed us to move forward into this year. But yeah, we're going to, I know we're going to get started with what we're looking forward to, obviously, in this year, followed by some NFL playoff stuff. We'll definitely be looking forward to what the playoffs are going to bring for us this year. I think we're going to talk about Dan Le Batard, who is leaving ESPN effective, I believe, is it next week or the week after or whatever? I think his final show.
In grand fashion. He's leaving in grand fashion.
Yeah, and we'll get into that definitely a little later in the podcast in regards to what we're talking about there. But and of course, like I said, as some of you have already received the STEMI, the government stimulus part 2.
The what?
The STEMI.
You guys received it yet or not? You got it right, Nance?
I ain't get mine.
I still ain't get it yet. Yeah.
Nah, I usually am.
I'm starting to get scared. I'm like, wait a minute now. Hold the fuck up. What did I do? Well, I fucked up some shit.
Look, a lot of people who got it earlier the first time around are going to be like dead last this time or whatever the case may be. Me personally, I get the hard copy check anyway, so for me it doesn't even matter. I didn't do the direct deposit, so even on the last one. But that's coming out obviously, and we'll talk about the disgrace. I guess for some people who think who feel like it's a disgrace in regards to the amount that's being given, and we'll move forward there. So I did want to start off even off topic. It's funny. I saw something funny on Facebook right before we started the show. So this lady was, and I'll read the quote because I think I have it queued up here. So she's on Facebook and she's looking to rent a room in her townhouse. She has a townhouse. It's a shared situation. And so she's renting a room in that townhouse. So it says, and I won't give her name or anything for that matter because I don't want anybody really going after this lady or finding whatever the post is, but she's in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and it says furniture bedroom for rent. So the furniture that's in the bedroom is also for rent, I guess, in regards to.
Well, no, yeah, a furnished bedroom is like it comes ready with a bed, dresser, everything like that.
Correct. Which is pictured in the picture here. So I'm looking for a responsible, clean gentleman in the shit, and she's a female. This is a female renting out this room. Looking for a responsible and clean gentleman in a shared townhouse, all utilities included, however, no kitchen. And for more information, please just ask. Yo, I kid you not, the internet has gone crazy on this lady. Like, they have been trashing her the entire, like the post, if you read some of the comments in regards to this situation, it's crazy, yo. They were like, that's illegal. You can't use the kitchen. That's completely illegal. Something's wrong with you. Sorry, not sorry. All kind of craziness. Like, they going after this lady, right? So, and
that's a law.
It's no, it's not a law. You can actually rent out a townhouse and tell them that they're not allowed to use the kitchen. It's actually legally binding. You can have a stipulation where they can rent the room and
so
you
what the
can't
fuck
use the kitchen.
What the fuck are these people talking about?
Yeah. That's what people's argument and their situation, their argument what the situation is. So
well, nah, think of it this way, right? What if it's a private entrance? What if it's a private entrance to a basement room?
It's not. I can tell by the way it's laid out that it's not in the basement, definitely. So I mean, it's just a room.
It makes
the
situation a little weird, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's had bad. I don't know. Maybe she had bad tenants in the past. Fucked up her kitchen, left it dirty, don't know how to clean right.
But if that's
some people
the case,
don't know how to clean right.
Yeah, I know, but so then why you renting then? You might as well just like let that go. I mean, I get it for the money purposes, but
exactly. You need the money, but you also just don't want the mess. I don't know. Maybe she just wants her cake and eat it too.
All right, but here's the thing though. If I'm renting a room in your townhouse, I can't use your kitchen. Like I'm paying rent and I gotta pay to eat out. Like and somebody had a comment that spoke to that. That was like, are they allowed?
How much was she asking? Hold up. How much?
600.
That's not all utilities and everything.
$640 all utilities.
For all utilities?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's not. It's actually not bad. $640.
That's very fucking good for it.
That's really good, actually.
That's pretty good. $640 for a room. You just can't.
That's pretty fucking.
You just can't cook. You just can't cook in the house, or whatever. And she did stipulate. Somebody asked. She was like, "Can I at least use the microwave?" And it was like she was like, "Yeah, you can use the microwave. You just can't cook in the house. You can't cook any food in the house. You can use the microwave."
There could be another reason for that shit, right? And I mean, if I'm renting. There's gonna be a no fish cooking in my motherfucking house stipulation.
Well, Jewish people would definitely agree with that aspect of it. Like if Jewish people can't stand the smell of fish. They don't do fish. They can't stand the smell of fish in regards to it. So I mean, and look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, this is not racist. I'm not trying to be racist or anything here when I say this. But it's been fun, guys. Yeah, let's put the disclaimer up now.
Cue raceless line.
Yo, all you're gonna see is one of these hooks just come through, just grab Jay, yank his ass out the picture.
So listen. Again, like I said, not trying to be racist or anything here, but I used to live in Pleasant View Gardens, which is in Piscataway, New Jersey. And in Pleasant View, there's a heavy Indian community. And this lady next door to me, she was next door. And these apartments, if you've ever seen them, they're brick apartments. Like, you can't. I don't think you can get if you threw a gas in there, it may not get through that brick. Them Indians, whatever they use for spices and whatever they cook it, that curry stuff or whatever, that mess seeps through. Well, it breaks down paint. You can use whatever they use to get like stains that you've never been able to get off of anything, off of whatever. You can put that stuff in a bottle. It can be used as goo gone. Yeah, so I mean, the smells, the stenches and stuff used to come through like nobody's business, and a lot of times they be cooking with the window open.
Why I'm about to say, why it gotta be a stench?
All right, the aroma. It was a stench to me. It was a stench to me. I don't care.
Because when like at the job, if they have like a party, like Indians have a party, they cook on a loading dock. They don't cook in the kitchen because it's
damn.
Yeah, they cook in a loading dock with the dock open. Yeah, because
so this lady's getting dragged.
It's mad strong, bro.
My kitchen, but they could do that shit and be all right with it. But are we talking about the same fucking thing here? The hotel wouldn't allow them to cook their food in the kitchen, but you renting out the hall.
It's like it's so much, yo.
Aromatic.
The smell and the smoke. Like Jewish people too. Like when Jewish people have parties, they cook on the dock. Yeah, because it's so strong. It'll clear the whole thing out.
Damn.
I don't even know anything that Jewish people eat.
Yeah,
I worked with Jewish people for like 8 years now.
Yeah,
and they bring their food in all the time. I don't see anything that they eat that would require smelling or smoke. Yeah. Some of them eat that. They eat like certain food, fish. Like this dude likes to heat up fish in the office.
Well, maybe I'm getting them wrong. Maybe I'm getting an ethnicity.
Hey, I don't think it's Jewish because
Jewish.
The only thing I will say though about Jewish people, when they take a shit, it stinks up the inside.
So Jay, I don't know. I'm gonna broach the subject. I'm just gonna broach it. I'm gonna have to ask you.
Go,
Jay. The bathrooms at your job.
Oh my God.
Are they clean?
Clean? About as well.
Mine's about as clean as New York Penn Station bathroom.
Yeah. Mine is midday. Did anybody ever see the first Candyman? Remember that bathroom in there?
Yeah.
That's what our bathroom was.
Yo, so I was saying this to one of my other coworkers the other day. I was like, those kind of habits, you don't just pick up in one particular building.
No.
You don't walk into a building and live life a certain way. When you leave, go back to living life a different way.
Nope.
So imagine, now these are the people that only spend about 8 to 10 hours a day in the building.
Yes.
Imagine what their home bathrooms look like.
I'm afraid. I am afraid.
I will never visit any of their houses.
Listen,
for the simple fact that it's probably gonna smell like Penn Station.
So let me tell you what my boss did. The CEO boss extraordinaire that he is, and shout out to my boss Dave. Big shout out to you, big homie. Yo, this dude is so disgusted by his people because he's Jewish as well. But he's so disgusted by what they did. He built his own bathroom in a building he doesn't even own. He built a bathroom in the office that was next to his desk. He moved them people the fuck out of that office and built a whole private bathroom. He
doesn't have to use theirs.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to use the public restroom that us slaves have to use. Yo, whole bathroom with a shower
Jay,
and everything.
Question,
yes.
Jay. Did he listen to this podcast?
I hope not, because I'm fired.
Well, you know what, Jay? Let's line it up. Let's line them up. Fuck it.
No.
My boss, your boss's brother, is one of the main culprits.
Oh shit.
Of our bathrooms being dirty.
Damn.
He go in there, and when he come out, there's more piss on the seat and on the floor than there is in the damn bowl. These motherfuckers piss on the sink, Jay. They leave their pubes on the edge of the sink. You can tell they're pissing. Because they leave their pubes on the edge of the sink, and the piss shoots up over where you gotta over the knobs on the sink. And you can tell because the sink's white and this liquid is yellow. And it stinks like fucking piss. Like, you go in there, the girl that worked with us, she went in there and she almost fell one time because the floor was so wet with piss.
Oh, man.
And they don't care. These motherfuckers wipe their ass and miss the garbage can. They don't even flush the paper. Let's just start there. They don't even flush the shit paper.
Wow.
I understand. If you don't want to fuck your pipes up, okay, but at least push it down the can, bro.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, if they miss the can, it's just shit paper on the floor. And it ain't like it's all crumpled up. Like you walk in and you see white paper with brown streaks on that shit. And you're just like on the floor.
This is disgusting.
From the toilet bowl. Like, yo.
Wow.
So me and her have taken up to going to use the bathroom down the street.
Wow.
We go to either the Quick Check that's down the block.
That's a shame. When you got to leave your job to go to the bathroom. Like I literally have done damage to my internal organs because I refuse to shit in the bathroom at my job.
Dude, I risk washing my hands in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I know.
Take it now that I got wipes.
Yeah,
I take the little baby antibacterial wipes and I wash my hands.
It is a process for me to go into the bathroom and go out of the bathroom because I have had situations where I'm not touching the knob or to the door, none of that stuff. And when I wash my hands, I have to clip it. Like I got to be the thing, like, you know what I mean?
Yep. Here's my trick. Go make sure you have a roll of paper towel. A used paper towel is like a glove. Yeah. I put it over the thing. I turn it, get rid of the paper towel.
Yeah.
Straight up.
All right. Yeah.
It's terrible.
I gotta start doing that.
It's terrible, yo.
Yo, I remember one time, I went into the bathroom, did my business, washed my hands, and what I usually do is, I use because everything is electric, so I don't have to touch anything. So, so you get the paper towel that you're gonna dry your hands with, and I use that to touch the knob on the door to open the door and then throw that in the garbage on my way out. Yo, I washed my hands, reached for the paper towel, and the paper towel thing was empty. It was nothing in it. I almost had a panic attack. I'm gonna show you, bro.
I'm gonna show you a picture of how the bathroom looked.
Oh, you got pictures? Oh, she got visual.
Of course I took pictures.
He has visual evidence.
Here's another thing. I'm gonna get this on the podcast right now. I got hours of video and audio. They're just, it's insurance policy. They want to get funny. We can get funny all day. But my kind of funny is they going to jail. Anyway, here's a picture of their bathroom. Wait for it to come into focus. Yeah. There we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Those papers on the floor, they were white, but now that's piss. You see the seat.
I can actually see it. Oh.
Yo, it's everywhere. you can't see in this photo here. If you see the real photo, you'll be able to see it. But there's pubes on the sink.
My God, yo.
Pubes on the sink, and then it's just, and that's how they leave it.
Well, this wasn't supposed to be our first topic, but man, this is one hell of an opener. Yo,
that's disgusting, dude.
Yeah,
wow.
I might actually do an expose on my company at a later time after I'm fired.
Yeah, expose.
Expose, bro. Tear burning this shit to the ground, bro.
Oh man!
I'm not fucking playing.
Let's get back. Let's move on to the first topic, and clearly this is actually not a bad segue into what we're looking forward to in 2021, because maybe one of the things we're looking forward to is a cleaner fucking bathroom and cleaner coworkers that actually know how to be grown-ups and adults and use the bathroom facilities the way they should be used. Because let's be honest, it's very disgusting. It's embarrassing to the people who have to come in and clean up behind these people.
That is the worst.
That is so embarrassing.
They asked the girl that I work with to do it.
I remember
the girl that I work with. I'm gonna give you a little backstory. Sorry, I know we were trying to move up this topic, but I'm gonna just give you a little backstory. She used to be our cleaner lady.
Yeah.
She worked for a company. I ain't gonna say their name, whatever. She worked for a company where they poached her because they couldn't find nobody to come in there. So they poached her from this company to come in there and work. So they originally had an agreement with them. They were gonna get them $50 a week to clean the office, and they do it on their regular time.
Right.
Then it went to $40 a week, and then it went to, okay, how about you stay late after work instead and do your regular time, and then it went to $30 a week, and then she stopped doing it at $30 a week.
Okay.
Because you ain't gonna clean 2 nasty ass fucking bathrooms, a nasty ass fucking break room, vacuum a bunch of fucking weed roaches and fucking all kinds of spill alcohol off the floor.
No.
For $30. So they got a cleaning guy to come in now and do the shit. And then now he quit, and they asking us, do we know people who willing to come in and clean? I was like, I wish I knew somebody who was willing to fucking piss in the toilet. That's exactly what I said to him. I wish I knew somebody who was able to fucking pee in the toilet correctly instead of hit the sink. I was like, that's what I hope for. Maybe you know anybody like that, maybe you should get them in here.
Wow.
And he gonna look at me like I'm bugging. Like he gonna look at me like I'm bugging.
Like I'm bugging, yo.
Fuck? Like that's the most unheard of shit.
I show that nigga mad love, you know what I
mean? Shit. I'm like, yo, for real, man. Like, yo, he gonna look at me like I'm fucking crazy. Like I asked him to square root of some shit.
Whew,
like to them, that's not a proposition. To them, it's we gotta find somebody to clean all this piss when we piss on the floor. Because we're obviously not going to stop pissing on the floor.
Right.
So
no
let's just find somebody to demean and clean. Like, fuck out of here, man. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic.
All right, so we're moving on. Listen,
I'm
man.
Sorry.
What are you guys looking forward to this year? Yeah, I mean, like at this point, we
no
obviously
more Trump.
Yeah,
yeah, that's number one on my list.
That's number one.
Okay. Yo, we are breaking all the rules of what this show was supposed to be about.
Number 2, tax returns.
Tax returns.
I'm looking forward to everybody looks forward to tax returns every year, though.
This year
I did some crazy shit. I took out more money. I had them take out more money out of my check than what they're supposed to, so I can get a large ass return on the back. But it was the largest amount I ever did. I can get all the finances. Let's just say.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that tax return to come back.
No doubt.
What else?
I like that.
What else? The vaccine, obviously. Hopefully, shit getting back to normal.
Yeah.
MCU. I'm super for the MCU this year. Looks like it's gonna be a big MCU year, guys. 2 movies, 3 shows.
Yeah.
Looks like gonna be well entertained. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
man. And that's pretty much about it. I mean, other than that, man, another year of trying to make it through life, and
facts.
That's it.
Tom.
Basically all those things Dave said.
I'm about to say it's pretty close to that list.
Yeah, the vaccine, no more Trump, MCU. I think what's the name?
Legal weed.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait for it to go 100%.
How did I forget?
How did you?
Yo, Jay, man, you coming out with us, Jay?
To do what? To do what? I mean, the fact that
I gotta tell you to do what?
I mean,
the bar. Jay, you want to go to drink? You want to go to the bar for what?
Well, I mean, I don't smoke. So, I mean, at the end of the day, what about I'm smoking just because it's legal now? No. I mean, it didn't matter to me when it was illegal for us. Before we were technically allowed to drink, I drank, but,
That's true.
I mean, it doesn't matter the fact that it was legal. I don't smoke. It's never worked for me, yo. My lungs are not built for that shit, bro. Just not. So why am I gonna smoke just because it's legal? Nah, man. It's I'll hang out with y'all.
There's edibles. It's edibles for long. It's edibles.
Remember, I had an edible in Canton. I had an edible in Canton. It didn't do anything to me, I don't know if those edibles were just trash that Paul had, the ones that Paul bought to Canton. I had one of those shits.
Oh, he had the CBD gummies. He had CBDs.
Yeah, CBD gummies don't get you high.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say because I didn't feel anything. They did nothing.
Yeah, they're more for anti-anxiety, pain relief, shit like that.
Yeah.
Got you. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm the edibles, maybe I'll try that or something, but like smoking, nah, man, I ain't smoking for what? It's a waste for me. What else, Tom? Was that it? You said?
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, the vaccine, definitely waiting for that.
No doubt.
Anybody find out how do we get ours yet? Or no? You just literally just call your doctor and make an appointment. Anybody put any guidance about, hey, by the way, people of the world, where do you go to get a vaccine?
Well, what I read, they're going to distribute it to like Rite Aid, Walgreens, all
and you basically just walk in.
Yeah, CVS is up. CVS is up first.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I'm assuming it's like, I guess like a flu shot. Maybe it's going to be like walk-ins. I don't know, but something of that magnitude. I'm assuming you have to have an appointment.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, again, like I said, I'm still on the fence with the whole situation. So, I mean, kid you not, I'll wait. And like I said, I feel like it's the Xbox PS5 situation or whatever. I'll wait for the first batch and see how that shit go, and then I'll swoop in on the second batch as of right now. Again, like I said, I feel like at this point in time, only
problem with that mentality is that some people in this world, and we ain't gonna make it to that second batch.
I get that, but at the end of the day, maybe I ain't have no business making it to the first batch at this point in time. Look, I know I've either had it or been exposed to it at some point in time. There's nobody that can say that they probably haven't had it. It just didn't do shit to them, and they didn't know about it because it's everywhere, bro. There's no way you weren't gonna come into contact with it at some point in time. By pure mistake, trial and error, just dumb luck, whatever. I mean, I don't know too many people that probably haven't been affected or at least been exposed to it in some degree or whatever. It just either didn't catch on or you were just asymptomatic, or your antibodies or whatever that were already in your body prevented it from having any side effects to you. So I know me personally, I was around it pure bread because my mother-in-law had it. So, at that point in time or whatever, and her taking care of my youngest child or whatever, there's no way I wasn't exposed to it. You know what I mean? Because I'm around him, he was around her, blah, blah, blah. We lived in the same house at one point in time. There's no way, you know what I mean, at this point. So, and she had it for real. So, at this point.
She all right? She was straight asymptomatic the whole time?
She had she couldn't taste her food and stuff like that. She couldn't smell. She had those symptoms or whatever. What about now? She fine now? Yeah, she's all right. My father-in-law, he was pretty much decent. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that, man. Shout out to Miss Webb.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for real.
Definitely.
Yeah. Word up. I ain't know that either.
Yeah, they had it. They had it early on. When the situation hit, while we were still living there, they had it. So yeah, but they made it through it, and they're good now. I think she still somewhat has some of the effects from it. Still, it takes a while for that.
That's what I was asking, because I heard people saying that they never got the taste.
It takes a while. She got it back to some degree. Certain foods she still can't really taste. They don't taste right to her, or it doesn't get the full taste back or whatever. But other than that, no. My father-in-law, he always had problems with his sense of taste anyway. So with that being the case or whatever, he wouldn't know whether he was affected or not in regards to that aspect of it. But aside from that, nah, she's good though. They're good. But again, like I said, it's just crazy. So many people that we know, have either been affected or come in contact with it. So I know we've all been exposed to it to some degree at some point. Testing negative is just like, it doesn't really mean that you don't have it. You don't know. You can't trust the test. The tests are kind of bogus in certain aspects of it. But,
well, those rapid tests are. I would think that any test administered at a hospital in a lab would have to be somewhat conclusive.
Somewhat accurate. You would think so. But I saw a documentary that would speak differently to that type of situation. But that's another story. I want to get into.
Yeah.
But looking forward to I'm not gonna lie, the sustained. Look, 2020 was a terrible year for a lot of people. For me, I can't say that. It's almost like I have to downplay about 2020 because 2020 for me was awesome. For my family, for whatever. Like I said, it allowed us to buy the house that I'm sitting in right now. We've bought a brand new truck. We've had a pretty decent year financially and whatever. We weren't affected by, the COVID situation. It didn't, touch anything financial for us. We still had, got the opportunity to work and, make money in that regard. So 2020 wasn't bad for us. I mean, there was things that, we lost people and things of that nature. So obviously that's always trying, but the year itself was good. So, I mean, I'm not saying I want to repeat a 2020 because again, there's certain things that we just have not been able to do because of the disease and the pandemic. But, we just want things to get back to normal. Like you said, get back to normal, go back to movies, going to the movies and stuff like that or whatever would be nice. Don't know if it'll ever happen, but, at this point in time.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
We have to hope for the best, so
it's gonna happen. They're gonna eventually get back to movies. There's gonna be enough people in this world where they're gonna get the vaccines and they're gonna feel like, all right, well, I'm protected. I'm going to fucking movies, and the movie theater is gonna cater to those people. I guarantee you one thing: prices is going up on tickets.
Yeah, they gotta make that money back.
Plus, they gotta protect themselves against the next pandemic.
Facts.
So you're gonna have to start hedging bets.
How do you think it's going to look though with people who have the vaccine versus people who don't? Like, you're going to have to show paperwork that shows that you had it.
Probably ping your phone.
I
was
probably ping your phone. Use a phone system. When you walk through a scanner,
reading an article that they're going to start doing that at planes. Like, you got to have proof of it. Yeah.
Well, they can also send it to your phone. You just have a barcode and you just scan it and it shows you got your shit.
Yeah, I got the COVID app. And it kind of tells you if you've been. It kind of sucks, honestly. The app sucks. It's supposed to tell you if you've been in contact with somebody who had it. I never got an alert.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's worthless. The app is worthless. So I don't know. I think you got to have show some kind of proof that you've had the vaccine, but you got to get two.
Like the Scarlet Letter type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's two doses you got to take, right?
Yeah. Well, for one of the vaccines, it's a double dose. The other one I thought was just a one shot.
Yeah, one of the vaccines.
This is the one shot.
Okay. So right now it's just your frontline workers and stuff, your nurses and doctors and stuff.
They're the ones who are getting it first. Old people, nursing homes, stuff like that.
Yeah. So you figure
which is where it's supposed to go.
It should go that way. Going
into the summer, take care of the people that got to stick the needles, and you got to take care of the most susceptible. So
So pretty much by the time we hit the end of the spring, going into the summer, most likely everyone will have the opportunity to have the vaccine.
You would think
they said like April or May.
Yeah.
They make it readily available as a flu vaccine. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I mean, no question. And it's funny because I've never taken the flu vaccine.
Me neither. I never did. I had to get it when I went into the military. I had to get it. Yeah. They make you vaccinate you for every fucking thing. So that's the only time in my life I think I ever took the flu vaccine.
I know people. Look, I know people who are like us, and I'm kind of with them. Like, they're dead set against it. Like, I'm not taking the shit. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, again. I'm all for everybody being safe and nobody, getting sick any further or whatever. I don't know if I trust the whole situation because, again, I don't trust the government, period. Like, I just don't. So whatever this situation is that was implanted into this country, it by way of flu vaccine, I almost feel like it's population regulation, in my opinion. I feel like this.
Well, why wouldn't they just do that with the food?
I mean, they could do it anyhow. I mean, again, we don't know that they have it. It's just the fact that maybe it was just another way to make sure.
Well, I mean, take a situation like Flint, Michigan. You want to decrease the population. You're going to make sure it's targeted. You're not going to do an overall broad sweep and just wipe out half the U.S. because you don't know. Because with this virus, you don't know who's going to get it, who's not.
Right.
You don't know what underlying conditions they may have and what may not. Like one of the people involved, if there's a plot, a so-called plot to do population control, right? There's got to be some people who are coming up with this plot that are susceptible to this very virus.
Not necessarily, because they already had the vaccine already. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't think that like, because I have the Note 20 that the Note 50 isn't out there already. It's just the fact that it's not available to the public. Like the same way I told you that when your camera is off, it's really on. You know what I mean?
So you think whoever's behind this already has a separate group of health workers already all lined up? Ready to go? Because basically the first people we're technically testing, like widespread testing this vaccine on, is the medical workers.
No question. Or so they want you to think. Again, everything can be the way the news and the media works. They make you believe what they put out there what they want you to buy. at the end of the day, it's your job whether you want to break it down in your brain to believe that aspect of it, or if you want to be a little more skeptical of the situation.
I always try to think of like a what would I do scenario.
Yeah, right.
And if I'm looking for some kind of population control, I'm first gonna bring it down in areas that hurt me the most. Mm-hmm. Second, I'm just gonna poison water supplies.
Right.
No, I thought Flint, Michigan, even though their shit was a major disaster, the long term, how long it's been taking to take care of their situation, has been orchestrated by the government. I don't think that's just we just can't fix this shit. Bullshit.
Right.
Y'all can do anything. Yeah, y'all motherfucker, especially with all the years since that Flint water crisis started.
Yeah.
With people still dealing with the shit now, you got to think that they left it there for a reason.
Facts. I
agree.
I agree. No, I'm not saying that there isn't an easier way to have done it, and that it would have been sloppy to just just to open a door at the CDC and just release a disease out the fucking window on the 15th floor. So, you know what I mean? Like, oops, whatever, and just throw this shit out the window and everybody just get affected. But again, it can also be as simple as something like that as well. Like say, hey, let's release this shit and see how many people fucking go down. This is it's gonna kill
included.
somebody.
Like us, like these people, us included.
No, because those people, I'm telling you, the people releasing it. Yes, the people releasing it. I guarantee you, they're protected from it. One way or the other, they're protected from it. Now, what I do agree with you on is that they may be protected, but you can't protect everybody in their family and their family's family and their family's family's family. So exactly. I get what you mean in that aspect of it. So yes, that would be irresponsible because they know that some way, shape, or form, it's going to come back to bite them in the ass some way. Yeah. It'll come full circle at some point in time to somebody that they care about or somebody that they care about who they care about. So I got you. So anyway, we'll move on from that. Like I said, we want things to just be not 2019, but we want it to just be regular. What we've been used to and accustomed to. We want to have a mask burning party at some point in time or whatever, and never have to worry about those type of situations again. And one day we're gonna get to that. I truly believe that. So we'll move on to the NFL. A lot of key games going on this weekend or whatever, and a lot of games where people are saying, you know what, we're not playing. So, we're sitting and whatnot, but there are some scenarios, obviously, that are out there, and I don't know them all, but I do know the ones that I can't say concerned about, but I'm aware of. So we'll talk about the possibilities, predictions, and everything for this final week of the NFL season. All games will be played on Sunday. This is week 17, so every game will be played from Sunday start to Sunday finish, and everything will be determined by tomorrow night. So what do you think, Thomas? I will start in the NFC East since we both have teams, obviously, that are looking to get into the playoffs based upon the math and how things shake out. So we'll start with Giants versus Cowboys, which the winner of that game will sit and watch what happens on Sunday night as the Eagles host. Are they hosting Washington, or is Washington hosting?
Yes, it's in Philly.
So from what I understand, the Eagles are sitting all of their starters for this game. They're not playing, and people are up in arms about this situation, which I don't understand because I feel like the Redskins will beat them regardless of the fact, defensively anyway. But I don't know who shows up for Washington. If Alex Smith is going to play, I think he is. He's been taking all.
Yes, he's playing tomorrow.
So okay. So what's your thought? Mm-hmm. What's your thought process on that scenario? Who gets in?
I think Washington gets in. I really don't want us to get in because whoever we play the first round it's going to be ugly.
Wait, so hold on. Title. Real quick, let's cut you off, Niz. When you said the Eagles are benching everybody, they're starting Wentz?
I don't know. I guess so. Because at the end of the day, he's not the starter anymore. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's kind of like when they're benching, they still have a starting quarterback.
But they're starters, period. Like Miles Sanders isn't going to play. Whoever their low-budget wide receivers are.
Well, I mean, yeah, Boston Scott.
Scott will probably play.
Not a bad replacement for Miles Sanders.
Didn't Jordan Howard go back? Howard go back to Eagles?
No, I didn't think so. I don't know. Probably did. Maybe punching 1-yarders, but that's pretty much all he's good for now, anyway. Sorry, Jordan. It's true.
Yeah, well, it's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very.
I mean, regardless.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Washington.
Do you think Washington is winning on Sunday night?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I do too, personally.
I think we win tomorrow night.
I think the Redskins are better than the Eagles.
I agree.
Defensively, of course. Yeah, defensively.
Yeah, but with Alex Smith at quarterback, they're better than them offensively as well.
Oh yeah.
Especially if they're not going to play their starters. If
I don't know. Jalen Hurts could have a game. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. But if he's not going to play, then yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if Jalen Hurts is good or not because we beat them, and the Cowboys' defense is trash. And they made us look good last week. They made our defense like we actually had a defense. And let me tell you something. That's fool's gold right there. We suck. We suck. Anybody that thinks that the Cowboys defense finally mysteriously woke up last week against the Eagles, no, the Eagles were 4-9 when that game went off. 4-9-1. So no, the Eagles, they suck and we suck. The whole division sucks. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter at that point in time. And the Cowboys won 3 games in a row. But if you look at who they played over the last 3 weeks, that ain't saying nothing either. So, it is what it is. But the division is terrible. Somebody's going to win this division with a 7-9 record or a 6-10. I mean, it's trash.
Awful.
Yo.
It's awful.
Remember that year the NFC West was like this. I think
it was. Yeah,
7-9.
But they won a playoff game though against the Saints.
That's what I was going to ask you, Niz. Yo, y'all think once y'all get in, y'all think I'd knock off one of the remaining teams?
No,
because from what they have it here for the NFC wildcard spots, they have the Rams clinching with a win and a Bears loss. Oh no, with a win or a Bears loss.
Or a Bears loss.
Right? The Bears clinch with a win or a Cardinals loss, and the Cardinals clinch only with a win. So could you think you could beat any of those teams? The Rams.
The Rams, yes, if Jared Goff is not able to come back from that thumb surgery. Remember, he had surgery last week.
That's right.
Backup. Jesus.
Yeah.
Their backup is a guy who's a scrambler. I can't remember his name, but he's actually a pretty decent. Supposedly,
wasn't it Blake Bortles at one point?
Nah,
wasn't he on the Rams?
He might have been, but he's not anymore. Nah, say it again.
He was for a hot minute though.
I don't know where
he was for a hot minute,
but
he was on the Rams.
But no, their guy now some other white dude.
Maybe the Rams beat the Jets beat the Rams.
Yeah,
some other white dude is on his jersey.
Yeah,
man, the Jets beat them. So who knows?
John Wolford is the guy. John Wolford. You would say, who? Yeah. Nah, but from what I understand, he's a scrambler, yo. He's a scrambling quarterback. So here's the thing. Again, if they get in, again, like I said, Jared Goff is hoping to be back for the playoff game. If they make it in or whatever the case, but he had to have that surgery. So remember, I told you, I think I was talking to you, Tom, when I was saying that.
He was talking to me about it earlier this week.
He went to Drew Brees' doctor, the guy that did his thumb last year. So we'll see. But no, I mean, again,
I want to go to Eddie Apod's doctor. I want to go to Drew Brees. Like, yeah, go to that guy.
Well, I mean, it worked for him, though. I mean, it worked for him. So.
I'm fucking shit up. We need this guy out for the playoff.
That's true. I didn't even think about it like that.
No, for real. I'm not taking no opponent. Do I got to play you? No, you're already out. All right, I'll take your advice. Fuck that. Like your opponent. Yo, try this doctor, yo. Hell no.
So what are the other playoff scenarios? I know there's some. Who else has got
a South? There's a situation in the AFC South.
Right, with the Colts and the Colts and the Steelers, right?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Here we go. Yeah, they got
the Steelers got to play
South
Cleveland.
Battle.
Yeah.
Here we go. Titans clinch with a win or a Colts loss. Colts clinch with a win plus a Titans loss. If the Titans don't get in,
yeah, that's gonna be that's all on them, bro.
Yeah, if the Titans don't get in, I think Josh Norman might call him up and be like, "Yo, what's up with that stiff arm, yo? How can you ain't stiff arm somebody this year in the playoffs, yo?"
Wow.
Oh yeah. You wanted to throw somebody across the field, but you can't get your team to the playoffs, right?
That stiff arm was vicious, though. That stiff arm was vicious, bro.
Derrick Henry, fuck you, Derrick Henry. You should have ran more people over, bitch.
Yeah, I second that. I second that because
he's close to 2,000 yards though, right?
He already
last week going into last week.
Maybe I think he probably just
he was like 16
yards away.
It was like 1,600 and some odd yards or something like that. He wasn't close to 2,000. All purpose. He
before
barely
the
had
Packers game. He was 300. He was close before the Packers game, but I don't think he did nothing that game. He was like 360 yards away, something like that.
Yeah, he had 98 yards. He had 98 yards rushing that game. Trust me, he didn't do anything. He had.
Oh yeah, sorry.
1,607. I own him. He's my starting running back, bro. I know his stats. He wasn't close to 2,000 yards. The guy had 1,679 with 15 rushing touchdowns heading into that Packers game. So he got another 98 yards.
Like change. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's your idea of close? My idea of close is being into 1,900 yards. Like that's close to me. Like you got 1,900 yards.
Like
you need
one average game.
Well, he's had 200-yard games this year, so it's close for him.
Well, that's not that close.
What? How many?
And
I mean,
his highest average game would not have gotten him to 300 yards if he was playing this week. So it doesn't matter. He wasn't getting 2,000 yards, and that's all purpose because he didn't have many receiving yards at all. So, but at this point, I think who else? The Colts have to beat Jacksonville, which is probably going to happen.
They should have won last week. They choked that game. They choked that game away. The Steelers game. Yeah, they was winning, and they won by a lot. They choked. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they choked.
They was winning by a lot. So the Titans have to beat Houston. That should be doable. They've mailed it in at this point in time. No, I will not say that. Did anybody see the press conference with J.J. Watt? That nigga was tight.
Yeah, he was mad.
He saw what he was, he was
mad. Them niggas gonna play hella spoiler this weekend, believe it or not. So don't count them out. I might actually take a flyer on Houston this weekend.
I don't know, man. I think Houston's gonna do what they've been doing all year, just let J.J. Watt down again. That's all.
He should be yelling at his GM for trading Hopkins. That's who he should be yelling.
For real, yeah.
Facts. Facts.
Asshole.
Yeah. Facts.
That's asshole. Should be pissed at.
You think there's more behind that, yo?
I like what he said though. He's, of course, there is. It always is. Of course. Yeah. What will I mean? They traded him and then they fired the coach. They fired the coach after they traded him.
After they traded him, because he was the reason why they traded him, right? Because they didn't get along.
They didn't get along apparently. So I mean, why didn't you just fire him first and then you know what I mean? See what coach y'all can get and then go from there. So they basically fired their coach and traded their best player. And what's their record now?
4-10.
Come on, man.
Oh,
4-11. 4-11. Sorry, 4-11.
They were in the playoffs last year and should have won that game. They choked that away too.
Yeah,
well, that trade worked.
For Arizona, it did.
Arizona. Yeah.
I mean, Arizona's still alive. They ain't in yet. So, but
I think of the Dolphins. Y'all think the Dolphins get in? I kind of want to see them in the.
I'd like to see them get in.
Sunday they hit a brick wall with us. So
I'd like to see them get in. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it'll be a good game though.
What was their playoff scenario? Hold on. They needed help.
They need a couple of things. They need a couple.
Yeah, they needed help. Yo, here it is. The Dolphins need a win. They need to beat us. So we'll just stop there. But they need to beat us. But they also need a Baltimore loss. No, if they lose, they would need Baltimore to lose, or Cleveland, or Indianapolis to lose. So it's possible Dolphins get in at that wild card spot.
Either they need either to lose, or they need all of them.
Yeah, they need either one. They need a win, or a Baltimore loss, or a Cleveland loss, or an Indianapolis loss.
Well, Cleveland might lose, and
Cleveland might lose.
And the Colts might lose. No, the Colts ain't gonna lose. That sucks because I want to see Cleveland get in too. I do.
Cleveland gets in. They need a lot more help. They need a win, or they need an Indianapolis or Tennessee loss plus a Baltimore win, plus an Indianapolis win, plus a Miami win.
Okay, forget all that. They just need to win.
Did you get all that?
Yeah, I got it all. That's craziness.
That shit is confusing. They're just fucking play. We'll find out later whether we.
Here's the thing, though. Cleveland will get in because they'll beat Pittsburgh. They'll beat Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh has nothing to play for, so they're not starting anybody. They're not even starting.
Yeah, last Saturday started. What's his dude name? Mason fucking
Rudolph.
What is it? Mason Rudolph. Yeah. Did he get hit in the head with the helmet? That was the Garrett game, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He said a racial slur.
I know.
I don't believe it.
I know. It's possible. Under that pile, anything shit gets said. So that's possible.
Get off me, nigga.
Yeah.
What? Nothing.
Huh? What? Huh?
Mr. Harris is not black, is he? Mr. Harris is the white guy, right? You see what I put in that?
Right? That's
Mr.
hilarious,
Harris is the white guy, right? I'm gonna kick his ass. Well, he's a white dude.
Is that all of our scenarios for the most part? There's been there's
a couple other random ones that we didn't touch on.
For like leads of the division or lead playoffs.
Yeah, it's basically home field advantage. NFC home field advantage. Packers
Green Bay
either win or Seattle loses.
Right.
That's all they need, either win or Seattle loss.
That Green Bay Chicago game is going to be something to watch because they're both playing to get in. They're not get in, but Chicago's playing to get in.
Yeah, Chicago's playing to get in. Yeah,
they've been playing good ball lately
too. The win or Cardinals loss. So
yeah, Chicago's been putting up over 30 points over the last like 3-4 games.
Saints win. Saints win with Saints clinch home field advantage with a win plus a Green Bay loss plus a Seattle loss. I don't know if they're gonna get both. Plus the Seattle win. I'm sorry. I don't know if they're gonna get both of those. Seahawks in order to clinch need a win plus the New Orleans loss plus a Green Bay loss. They probably got the smallest chance because having both them lose is gonna be dicey.
That's a tall task. That's a tall task right there.
Other than that, I mean everything else we pretty much touched on.
Well, then the New England Patriots obviously are not a part of any playoff scenarios. They've been eliminated from playoff contention for the first time in 20 years, since 2011 or 8-9. I think that year that
who you talking about? The Patriots?
The Patriots, yeah.
Oh, who? Oh, those guys. Oh.
Yeah, but anyway, but did you look up your little stat that you said you was going to check into? Because again, like I know you said that Buffalo had clinched.
Oh no, I didn't even bother looking into that shit.
Yeah, but that was incorrect information. But again,
who was the last team to sweep the Patriots in this decade?
Didn't the Jets sweep them?
Hold up.
I don't even know if that was the question.
Last AFC East team to sweep the Patriots.
Yeah, you're gonna have to ask that question again.
Nope, came through right now. Wait, sorry, you're right. All right, here we go.
Was that even the question? What was the actual question? Because I don't remember exactly.
Who was the last team to sweep the Patriots?
1999 was the last time the Bills did it. Yeah, and then it says they don't even have one the last time.
All right.
Last team to sweep the Patriots.
According to The Guardian, the Bills last swept the Patriots in 1999.
That was before us. Let's see. Dude, we're gonna have to go back to like the Bledsoe days. Gotcha. I don't think Brady's ever lost a season series to an AFC East team.
Okay, got you.
So you're talking back at least 2003.
Wow.
Before
that, because Brady was a quarterback in 2003. You're talking about 2000, 1999 or somewhere around the 2000 season, 2001 season. Because that's when he took over, right? For Bledsoe.
2001 season, yes.
Yeah, 2001.
It's just confirmed right here. Tom Brady's Patriots still haven't been swept in a season by an AFC East opponent ever.
Damn.
Brady has never been swept by an AFC East opponent.
Wow.
Damn.
And he already been swept in the NFC South, right?
The Saints beat him both times?
Did the Saints get him twice?
Yeah, the Saints got him both times.
Saints beat them both.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess we know who's better there, huh? Fuck you, Tom. Not you, Tom. Tom Brady. I know. Now you're cool.
All right, fellas. We'll move on and we'll let Dave get his chance to get in on this Dan Le Batard fiasco. What are we thinking? Is it fake or is it for real? Your thoughts?
I don't know anymore, yo. I think it's a troll. First off, I don't know. First off, for anybody who doesn't know, we got to fill him in. Yeah. Dan Le Batard is leaving ESPN. I think everybody knows this, right? It's common knowledge. Yes. Where he's going, I don't know.
He's probably gonna do his own thing.
Yeah, but a couple of days ago, He released a video where he was stating that he's not really Spanish and his father's not really Cuban. His father's a guy named Doug from Des Moines. Right? And then yesterday, his father releases a video, or supposedly Poppy releases a video from reading a letter from his lawyers in the accent, stating that accent was a fake accent.
I gotta see this video. I didn't see this.
This is probably a troll.
I gotta see this video.
No, it is.
You have to see it, yo, dude. He's like, my lawyer tell me read this, and it's really fucking bad. Now, if he's doing this to be a joke, one, it's really fucking racist because you're imitating. Anytime you imitate a bad accent for laughs, it's just got to be some kind of racial overtone, right?
I would say.
Like I don't know if we were considered racist all this time for laughing at Arnold Schwarzenegger's accent or not.
All right, well here, let me stop you right there, and I'll play it for you now.
The video? Oh, you got the video? Make sure Poppy don't sue us.
But my lawyers have instructed me to do this. It is true that my name is Doug, and I'm from Des Moines. This accent is fake. Dan Batard is not and has never been my son. I have 4 adult children, Ed, Frank, Hillary, and Ralph.
Hold on, let me stop it there real quick.
None of them call.
You gotta see his facial expression, yo.
Yeah, facial expressions are classic, yeah.
But my lawyers have instructed me to do this. It is true that my name is Doug, and I'm from Des Moines. This accent is fake. Dan Batard is not and has never been my son. I have 4 adult children, Ed, Frank, Hillary, and Ralph. None of them call me Papi. They call me either Dad or Doug. I'm ashamed of this lie I have been living. So I want to be transparent with you now. Bomani John is not African American. He's a paid actor from Sweden. Paula and Mina are siblings with no acting experience who Batard discovered on junior college brochures at Clark County College in Kansas. I don't know the true background of Amin al-Hassan, and I might never know. ESPN was under indexing in certain minorities demos, so Batard hired me and others to fool ESPN. Halfway through a decade of lights, I pleaded with Batard to change the show to the Doug and Dan show. He yelled at me. That wasn't Hispanic enough. It all just became a sprawling line none of us could control. And I'm truly sorry for all the pain I have caused. Again, this accent is fake.
Nah, dude. He looks just... His son looks just like him though. When I'm looking at him in that video, they look exactly alike.
So I'm starting to think with this video, right? If you're gonna come out, you're gonna tell somebody, "Oh yeah, I was faking." You're gonna do it in your real voice.
Exactly.
The fact that he's making him do it, I think Dan Batard's attacking ESPN for hiring based on race. Because I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to piece together what would make him do this. Because if you're shitting on a company as you leave them, right?
Right.
The people that say Sirius XM or XM, yeah, they're gonna be like,
they're watching.
Do we want him to shit on us when he leaves?
Yeah.
Like, do we really want to sign him now because he might shit on us? At this point, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a troll. I don't know if it's not. This video here certainly pushed it way into troll category. The first video, the Dan Batard video, felt real, right? It felt like he was like.
It didn't to me. To me, it didn't seem real. It seemed like a troll then, yo. Like
for real, the first one. The first one seemed like if somebody came out and said that you would want to be like, oh my god, I want to wait to hear the rest of this. So you expect more to pop out. That's what I mean by it sounded real.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Then the more that came out is this shit, and I'm like, wait a minute. So now I'm like, yo, if he's telling the truth and he's doing and ESPN made them do all this and made them do these fake accents and he came up and forced them to pay, he dug himself into a racial hole because he chose to profile people. If he didn't do it, and this isn't true, and he's just fucking trolling. Well, at this point, I don't know what the fuck his end game is. I don't know if it's just to bury ESPN before he leaves or what.
I don't know.
What you think, Naz, on this whole situation?
It's kind of hilarious. It's funny. I'm not. I mean, we all knew he was leaving anyway, but I don't get where his angle is right now. Why he's doing this? I don't get why he's doing it. That's my whole takeaway from it. I don't understand it, but it's entertaining. That's for sure.
Yes and no.
I'm like, it's definitely a troll. That's definitely his son.
Yeah,
for real, that is. I think so too.
Look at it. Yeah, look at his face. He looks just like him.
Yeah, and it's still listed on his on all of his pages and stuff like that. Like anything that you find written about him or whatever, he's mentioned as his father.
I don't know. Regardless, I'm anxious to see the end game now on this. I'm anxious to see where all this is going.
Listen, what you stated is absolutely how the masses feel, because it's written in this report where it says, this of course is a stunning fall from grace for the family just days before the final ESPN radio show airs. As we speculated earlier today, this could throw a monkey wrench into an already fraught situation. Dealing with the fallout of a Dave Portnoy or a Howard Stern is one thing, but would a platform like SiriusXM really want to take on this type of baggage? Wherever this band of misfit toys ends up, the human resources department is going to have to call in a team of specialists to make sure everyone who is who they say they are and can prove it. So again, like I say, and all of these people, they're saying like Bomani Jones, Pablo Torre, Mina Kimes, Amina Elsan, they're all gonna have to answer to this situation, and like literally,
well, I've been scanning all their Twitters, and they haven't been mentioning anything about it. The only one to mention something was Jamel Hill.
Yeah, that's where I got the video.
That's where
Jamel Hill's page.
And see, her post is what made me think this was a troll to begin with, because her post under Dan Le Batard's speech that you're talking about made me think like this is because she was laughing at it. She laughed at it. She took it like a joke. I got your back.
That's what she told him. I got your back.
But did you see her emojis? Her emojis were laughing. She was laughing.
Well, you got to remember, she had a little dust up with ESPN too.
Of course she did. That's why she's not there anymore.
So being the fact that he was throwing darts at the ESPN, I figured that's what her laughing emojis was. I didn't think she's signing off saying, "Oh, what a troll." She's like, "Get the motherfuckers, fuck them." I
mean, no doubt. But again, I'm not throwing laughing emojis. I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm standing behind my peoples. Like, I'm putting up the power arm. Like, yo, like, I'm with you, bro. Like, yo, fuck ESPN. Like, at that point, like, I ain't laughing about it, but I thought she took it as a joke. Like I thought it was initially meant to be. I didn't think for 1 second that was true at all. This dude don't look like nobody named no damn Doug from Des Moines. He don't look like a Doug.
Does Idris Elba look like Idris?
Yeah, because his name is Idris.
At all.
His name is Idris,
he does not like his name is Idris. Not at all, yo.
Oh, you mean look like? No, he look like Tyrone. He like a Tyrone.
Yo, okay. Yo, I would get on with your thing the way you were like, oh yeah, he didn't look like that. If it wasn't for British actors pulling off accents and shit.
I get fooled every week.
How my world was blown when I found out Tom Holland was British. I'm like, huh? They were talking, what the fuck? Spider-Man got a fucking accent?
Yeah. Like, yo, and their accents be better than ours, yo.
Better than ours. They go to school from little kids. That's why. Yeah. Here, it's not as big over there. Yo. Over there,
who blew my mind, yo, before Idris? Because Idris was an unfair one for me because I used to watch that show that he had. Luther, yeah, I used to watch Luther, so I knew. Ass show, yeah, so I knew that he was British beforehand. And yo, you got to watch that show that he has now, yo, on Stars. He's got a series on Stars. That shit funny as hell, yo. It's about like, I'll tell you right now. Hold up.
I mean, he kind of burned a little bit of goodwill. That's Heimdall. That's my man Heimdall. You know what I'm saying? But he kind of burned a little goodwill with cats. I mean,
yeah.
Jeez.
He's Stringer Bell, man. He's Stringer Bell, bro. He's always gonna have a place in my heart.
Yeah,
even though Stringer was a slime ball. Stringer was a slime.
I forgot that nigga was in Cats though.
and he was roped in the Losers. So that's my homeboy too. And he was in Takers.
What the hell is that shit? Oh dang!
I didn't even know he was in Cats. Yes, he is. Yes, I like that.
Sadly,
it's called In the Long Run. But yo, so
I've seen the trailer for it. I haven't watched it yet though.
Yeah, I watched a few episodes yesterday on Stars. They was running them back to back to back because I think the new season about to start up. It's like in the third season. I never even heard about it until I seen the episodes. I was like, yo, this shit kind of funny though. Anyway, who blew my mind? Andrew Lincoln, from The Walking Dead.
Oh, that blew my mind, yo.
That blew my mind, yo. I was like, that
Robert
man is
Pattinson from fucking Twilight.
That's another
blew
one.
my mind.
Yeah.
Yo. I was like, oh shit, what I found out he's British. What?
That's another one.
Christian
like, what
Bale.
the hell?
Another one. Christian Bale was another one, yo.
That's what I was gonna say. Christian Bale. Yeah.
Christian Bale was another one that blew my mind, yo. I was like, damn, yo.
There's a few
Colin
people.
Farrell, another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. Like, it's unreal how many there are. There's so many of them, yo.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So anyway, what was I about to say? So yeah, I mean, as far as the Dan Le Batard situation is concerned, I still think it's fake. I think it's nonsense. I think he's just trolling on the way out to just be a jerk and what have you or whatever. Clearly, here's the thing. He had to have cleared this already with the station that he's going to or wherever he's going to end up. They have to already be on board with this situation. Like, it's a joke. I'm just playing some fun or whatever. And not that they would, not that they're condoning it because they probably wouldn't want it done to them. But at the end of the day, if that's how he operates and he's already cleared it with his future employers, I don't know. At this point in time, it is what it is. For us, it's just entertainment.
You think somebody might also? There's a more weirder angle that I read. I forget what fucking person. I should have remembered his fucking name for this.
Mm-hmm.
They said that this could be part of a wider angle where. See if I can find this shit because the way they explained it made sense. It was like they were saying something like if he's doing this shit and if he's like laying all I don't know. It was weird. I gotta find the article again, guys. That was probably a bad time comment by me just now, but I gotta find the article where the fuck they were talking about this shit. But they were saying that there's nothing good that can come of this. There's literally no positive that he could draw out of this whole situation, what he's doing.
Wow.
None.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Well, either way, for our last topic, obviously, and how we're going to end this show is how y'all have any of you gotten your stimulus checks yet? That's for you people in TV land. I know what your statuses are. But all y'all people out there watching, do y'all get your stimulus yet? Y'all get y'all bread? Anyway, we're going to break down this whole situation as far as the tragedy of the $600 stimulus check that we've been afforded at this point in time, obviously on the second go round of checks that have been hitting people's bank accounts or posting in their bank accounts. Some of them are post dated for Monday and things of that nature, depending on, I guess, who you're banking with or whatever. So we'll I guess now kind of break down what we think about the amount, what we're getting, should we be getting? What do you guys think?
Yeah. It should be definitely.
It should be larger. I think it should be
1,200
larger,
like the first one was,
or not at all. This is the 1,200 that we got last time. Barely helped. I ain't gonna lie. It bought some shit short term, but long term, it didn't take care of any major bill. It slowed it down, yes, but didn't stop it. You gotta understand. For some people, that's a month of rent.
Yeah. Or it's
that's
less.
It. A fucking month of rent.
It's less. $1,200. Where in New Jersey you living for $1,200? Nowhere.
What was that lady in Bridgewater for $640?
That's for a room. That's a room.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't the whole. It wasn't the whole place.
Regardless. In Jersey, you could find. I've seen rents as low as $1,100
without government assistance. I ain't never been able to live nowhere for less than. I think my 1-bedroom apartment in Pleasant View was $1,290. I think, and it was like $1,290.
Was that everything included when you got it or no?
Yeah, everything. Was included.
See, so I'm talking about places that don't include like gas, electric, shit like that. Regardless of the fact, $1,200 didn't really help much. So to hand out half that amount and be like, all right, this ought to help you. No, it's not.
So like, here's my devil's advocate on that aspect of it. And I can say this for Thomas, I understand 100%. But for myself, yourself included, you didn't lose your job and your job didn't suffer through COVID. You didn't personally. Now, Manna most likely because of the fact that she does hair, she suffered. She suffered because clientele went down. Her type of business was hit hard by this pandemic in regards to it. So my play on the situation is for Thomas because he works for a hotel and because of the fact that that was significantly impacted by the business that was lost, you know, from that aspect of it, you lost everything because of that, because people couldn't have functions and things of that nature. You couldn't get together, which is exactly what he does. He's primarily responsible for making those type of events go on. That's his business, you know, in regards to it. So for myself included, who wasn't affected by that aspect of it, the way I feel like it should have been done, and I agree, more should have been given even back then. But if you're going to do it now, you should be doing it based upon people who were affected by this, and people like myself who didn't get affected shouldn't be getting anything. Like, why am I getting a $600 check and I didn't suffer? Like that money should be going to somebody else. And I'm thankful for it. I'll take it, because at the end of the day, we all gonna pay for it regardless of the fact. All we're doing is digging a bigger hole in our debt that we don't have. That money's got to come from somewhere. Like, so we're gonna have to pay it back. So the fact that everybody's happy and looking for their stimulus check on the back end, we're gonna be fucked, you know. Like, we're gonna be so messed up. Social Security, which we weren't getting anyway by the time we turn 65, absolutely won't be available within the next 10 to 15 years. You absolutely won't see it. It won't be there. So I feel like it's kind of like a devil's advocate. Yeah, we'll take the money for now, but at the end of the day, man, that's a huge debt. The $600 alone that we're getting for the stimulus or whatever puts us $450 billion in debt.
That's it.
It's a lot of money.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The United States has been in debt since World War I.
Facts.
1918, bro.
Yeah.
All right. When they started issuing bonds for the war bonds.
Yeah.
And then what you would do is you would get money back. You would get interest back on those bonds when you sold them. But the problem was war never stopped. As we developed better weapons, it became a race to see who could have the biggest fucking stick. So in that race to see who could have the biggest fucking stick, we never decided to pay this money back. So what we do is we borrow more money to pay that money back, but then spend more money than what the fuck we can pay. Correct. So yeah, you're saying, oh yeah, we're gonna be in a debt of $450 billion. The United States is like the dude with the bad credit card who be like, you know what? No, not to say no, not to try to play you out this, but I remember a long time ago you had that bill from MCI World Cup, and it was like $700. Like you was you was like, fuck them motherfuckers. Dude, United States is basically saying, fuck the motherfuckers. The fuck we owe money to. Whoever the fuck we're borrowing money to, because here's the end of the day of it. If it's another country, what are they gonna do? Yeah. Muscle us? We are the fucking muscle. We are the fucking muscle. You're gonna drop a nuke on us? We sold you your nuke. Yeah. Bitch, we know the codes to turn it off. Like, so does it really matter how much in debt we are?
No, I guess it doesn't. But
it don't. But you know what? It really what would matter? It would matter. It would matter if you did send out this $2,000, right? Because we're already fucked. It's like you said, we were fucked before COVID. Yeah. With the Social Security, right. It wasn't like everybody was chilling with Social Security. COVID came and now it's gone. No. Right. That shit was just as fucked up as it was before.
Well, we were anticipating the fuck. We weren't fucked yet because you're getting your Social Security if you're 65 and above. But right for our generation, we're not getting it. Yeah, we weren't getting it.
Yeah. Right now, for anybody old that's about to collect it or is collecting it right now, it's not in danger. Right. You know, we're talking. This is a 20, 25 year down the line thing. Yeah. Okay, so. Us basically saying we don't give a fuck how much debt we're in. It doesn't really affect us. Right. Nobody could take the money from us. All right. Why would you send an amount that's not going to help anyone? Facts. Or it's only going to help the absolutely truly starving people. It'll help the ones who can't afford to put food on the table this week. The ones who couldn't afford to buy Christmas gifts. Right. It would have helped. That money definitely would have helped before Christmas. Yeah. I like for them to release it after Christmas. That's how fucking magnanimous of them.
Yeah, but I mean, again, for people who were affected, Christmas didn't matter to people who couldn't put food on the table. You could say that in the terms of what you need to survive. It's like your parents saying, "Listen, all you need is food, water, and heat to survive." Right. So that's all you're gonna get throughout your entire fucking life. Right. No, and right? I get that. You know what I'm saying? So telling poor people to forget about Christmas
That shit don't work. They still have kids.
No question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To them, that's still a necessity.
No question.
Like, I don't know. Yo, I came from New Brunswick. You came from New Brunswick. We all came from New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Y'all ever know anybody who literally, you ever came up with anybody or knew anybody as a child whose parents couldn't afford anything for them on Christmas?
No.
Not a kid who didn't get not one gift?
No, not unless they just didn't celebrate Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
So there's people out there, sadly, that were that kid.
Right.
That's who that 600 could have helped. The 600 is not going to help me. It's like you said, to you, to me, to you, we didn't lose our jobs. The show went on for us. Yeah. We just continued to fucking work through this whole shit.
Right. But don't you agree? But don't you agree that that the amount should have been raised, and it should have been a situation where you had to apply to prove that you actually needed that money, and once you start bogging it down with paperwork and applications, no one gets anything. The paperwork wasn't necessary because the government knows. The government ain't stupid. They know who's supposed to get the money. The same way they know who paid their taxes and who didn't, and your refund you ain't getting no money back this year because you didn't pay your taxes and you owe us money. They know that. So
what kind of scenarios are you talking that they should be trying to prove?
Not even proof, because again, the proof is in the pudding. If you were not affected, if you did not lose your income, nothing changed.
Define affected.
Nothing changed nothing changed as far as your finances were concerned. And again, I get it. People will say, okay, well, I had to use my internet more because my kids was at home and they had to use.
We had to use DoorDash more. You had to use DoorDash more because fucking you were afraid to go to grocery stores because they were hotspots for fucking COVID.
Right. So yeah, okay. So I mean, again,
it's minor shit. And I'm not saying that we should that should be paid for by the government.
Right.
But
people were affected in different ways.
Had the government handled the response to this fucking pandemic earlier the way it was, these $600 payments now might not even be needed.
Right. And again, we had to do a whole lot more. Look, at the end of the day, I had to spend money on things that I wouldn't have had to spend money on had this COVID shit not existed. How many masks did I have to buy?
All the money you spent on masks.
Yeah, masks I had to buy.
Masks,
disinfectant,
gloves,
disinfectant, Lysol, sanitizer, everything. Yeah.
Like Lysol, people are black marketing Lysol, bro.
Yeah, I remember in the beginning the stores didn't have any.
$600 is gonna get me some Lysol. It might get me a can.
Yeah.
Maybe
it really was on the black market, like for real, like hand sanitizer. Yeah. I showed y'all a picture when this thing first went down back in March. Yo, hand sanitizer was at the dollar store for $27, yo, for like a 12-ounce bottle of Purell, which by the way you still can't get. Purell, you can't. Purell doesn't exist.
I think they stopped making for residential use. They're only making for hospitals.
For hospitals, yeah. Purell, you can't get in the stores no more. So whoever.
I'll be honest too. Purell was actually weaker. All the Purells that I had, right, they were all 60%. These ones I don't remember.
I had the aloe.
Yeah, they were all 60%. The thing about Purell is you like the smell. You're like, oh, it smells nice. It feels good. Yep. Oh, dude, these bullshit ass fucking sanitizer at 7-Eleven they got for like $8. Those shits are like 85%. They stink like shit.
They literally they burn skin off your hands. Yo, I'm about to say they burn skin off your fingers and shit.
They kill everything. What? Like, your hands are clean.
Yeah, yo, you feel clean as hell when you use that real sanitizer. I didn't realize you don't want to
eat nothing. Yo, you bring your hand to your mouth. You're like this. You can't even eat a fry. You're like, give me a fork.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, and yeah, I feel the same because, like, I'm a person. I bite my fingernails. So what happened was, I'll be putting the sanitizer on. I'll be like,
Oh, you get the little rip in the corner. Yeah, that little fucking bloody little.
That rip.
I hate those.
Yeah, man.
I hate those.
Yep.
They do hurt. I hate those.
Yeah, that shit hurts, bro. But it's like I can't help it. I'd be like,
I gotta you tear the nail enough, and that little stub forms, and then you gotta cut off that little corner.
That little,
when you get that big chunk of meat where it peels down your fucking finger a little bit, you're like,
Yep.
After that, no salty dishes, bro. Don't eat that with salt, bro.
Nope.
That shit gonna fuck your fingers up.
You be hurting, yo. That should be hurting. So, but yeah, man. I mean, again, I do. I look once it comes in, I'm gonna take it and use it for whatever I need to use it for.
I'm getting tires for my car, oil change, transmission, and cooling flush.
Transmission.
All of that. 549 transmission flush.
Oh, flush. Okay, got you.
Yeah, you got to do the flush filter. I got a CVT trans, so I got to do a flush and filter on that shit every 30,000 miles.
Got you. Yeah, man. So again, like I said, I do feel for this country because we're in a position where we should be doing more and we're doing less. We still can't stay out of other people's business. We do so much more for other countries than we do for our own. It's like America is like that father who don't take care of his own kids, but he be taking his other family out shopping or his girlfriend's kids. He be spending more time with them than he spend with his own damn kids.
Excuses.
That's America.
Excuses.
Excuses.
You bitch.
Yo,
that's the funniest thing I've seen this year so far.
I'm not gonna lie, that was hilarious, bro. That was last year, technically. That wasn't even this shit.
Oh yeah, true.
That's how you end 2020 right there. Excuses.
He was like, you bitch.
You bitch. Yeah.
Court, you bitch. Court, you
bitch. Yo, that was hilarious, bro. But yeah, man, again, I feel bad. Because this country is trash, It is. It really is. I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, America is a shithole, but I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I ain't gonna lie, because other countries is trash too. But they just do other things that we don't do, and we pick and choose what we want to hate about this country. But
you ever wonder though? You ever wonder that if we just literally just said fuck it, stop aiding every other country in the world? You think there'd be one homeless person here?
Yeah, there'd still be homeless people.
Yeah.
Because everybody would just keep the money. They would just keep the money.
That's true. They'd
keep the money, They wouldn't give it to us.
I said one homeless person. I put that wrong.
Would there be less?
You think the need? Yes, much less.
Yeah, there'd be less.
Because you couldn't just not give aid and then not help us.
Right.
You have to put all that aid money that you're putting into every other country into your country.
When you think about it, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I always had like a little deep down problem with that. Like, I don't mind helping, but it's when we can't airdrop a box of rice into the middle of New York City here, but we can airdrop that shit somewhere else.
Right.
But now nothing's being done to help us.
Yeah, it'd be a war. It'd be a war, no question about it, for the rice. But at the end of the day, like, people,
there's homeless people.
Helped.
There's homeless people living less than 2 blocks away from the building where these decisions are being made.
Right. And
like,
they
you
hungry as hell.
I don't know if you've ever been to the other side of DC or the outskirts of DC, but they're exactly all rich up there, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
DC gutter as hell. Even back then, it was gutter as hell.
Yeah, I was just in DC. And let me tell you something. When you get out of the District of Columbia, nigga, you just in DC.
Yo, Niz, DC.
DC,
yo.
DC, B.
DC.
Yeah. But nah, man, listen, again, we got a lot of work to do, man, to make things better. But man, we ain't gonna get there today. And when you think about it, think about how many times you drive, on the street, on the highway or whatever, and you hit that one pothole that is there, and you keep hitting it and jack up your car. It don't cost but like 20 cents to fill a pothole, but they ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. So it is what it is. Like we have crappy roads. We cut corners everywhere in this country. So what's the difference? This is what we do. So
maybe that's a little thing I got to research on my own. How did roads get potholes to begin with?
Well, the first one, poorly paved. They use cheap materials to pave the roads to begin with, at least as far as like the new age stuff is concerned, and that stuff doesn't hold. It's just it's a quick fix because it does it quicker than what they're allowed to keep the road inhabited for. So they use cheaper type of material to pave the roads. There's good stuff that you can use, but see, here's the problem. On the East Coast, we only experience this here because we're from here. Like out there in like the West Coast, probably down in Florida, where the weather is primarily the same all year round. It's not like you don't get the salt, you don't get the ice, you don't get the snow and stuff like that. That's why the roads, they use cheaper material up here because of the fact that they know it's going to be affected by the weather, by the changing of the seasons and stuff like that. Like in California, the roads don't have these type of potholes like that or whatever. Them roads don't like that. But
they also have concrete. They're not using regular tar.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're using real stuff.
That's concrete.
Yeah. So But anyway, man. Hey, man, listen, that's the show. I mean, we don't really got much else to talk about. You know, it's been real. Yo, next week, yo, because we're gonna start letting you know what we're gonna be talking about in the coming weeks and on coming episodes.
Yeah.
And give you a little teaser and let you know what's going on. Make sure you check out my man channel Niz, though. The Niz podcast is right now in their second episode. They were breaking down the Knicks, and there was some real good information that he had my man Rick on. Definitely,
shout out to Rick.
It was a good listen, man. It was a good listen. And we definitely want to support all the upcoming shows and things of that nature that'll be going on. But Channel Niz is one of the first ones out the gate, man. That's outside of the 3 in the Chamber podcast. So make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, man, and make sure you support my man doing his thing.
Thank you. Appreciate that. What y'all got coming, man? I'm waiting for y'all's joints to drop.
I'm still working on a format. I already told you I have a title, everything set up. I'm just working out. So next week I'll probably be ready to let people know. I will tell you this: me and the wife are gonna do a joint podcast or whatever, and really test the foundation of our marriage. By keeping it we gonna keep it 100, yo, and just really talk about just everyday stuff that we go through marriage wise or whatever, man, and just Well, if y'all split up, man, I'm staying friends with Tori, man, because she don't insult me, yo.
All right, fine. That's fine. I guess I can agree with that.
Niz, I wake up this morning, yo. I'm like, go down, eat my breakfast, take all my shit, come back up. I turn the Xbox on. I see a message from Jay saying, "Fuck you, then. Don't roll with us."
Wow.
Nowhere. Like, what the fuck? I
was trying to make him feel bad as hell for not getting on with us.
Fuck you, then. Fuck you too. Don't roll with us. I'm like, what the fuck?
Because the reason I said that was because he was online. He was showing like he was online playing the game. That's the only reason I said that. Yeah, because you were online. So I sent the message to you directly because you were still listed online. I was
stupid. I was either stupid or high. I totally forgot to turn off the fucking Xbox.
That's why I did that. I was all
downstairs and I was up here watching the show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm watching the show right now. I can't go play.
Yeah, we know.
I got a couple hours right now, after the show if you want to.
So well, let me get back to the topic. Like I said, definitely some things coming down the pipeline on the Renaissance Network, and obviously look out for the website. It is coming soon. It's under construction. We're working on that. So me and the fellas will get together and talk about how we're gonna spin all of that and make everything pop off as far as the website is concerned. So keep looking for that. Also start looking for some merch, man. Yo, the Renaissance, we about to come up in a minute, man. We're gonna have these 3 in the Chamber podcast t-shirts and sweat hoodies, and man, we're gonna have everything, bro. We about to do it big in this 2021 year coming. So look out for us, man. Make sure you support us, because again, without y'all, what we doing anyway, right? We just talking to each other, which, by the way, we don't have no problem doing, because we do that anyway, because we really fucks with each other. We really like, this is really a brotherhood here. So this ain't no for play shit. We ain't doing this just for TV. We really rock with each other. So, but at the end of the day, man, it's been a great show, and we appreciate y'all as always, man, rocking with us. So we will try to do better next time. Until then, but we just lost one of our.
Thomas is like, fuck this.
Thomas like, I'm out of here. But all right, yo, we out of here. Yo, Dave, I'm gonna check you later on the Wait. Yeah. All right, yo, I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, give me like 5-10 minutes, yo.
Peace, y'all. We out.
Let's go. Let's go. Listen, it's the number one man with the number one plan. Check me out. Always looking for trouble, so I gotta stay with the Glocks. Heavy color of Timberlands, it's like a Crayola box. Jerseys I don't even wear anymore. Tags on the back of the collar, but I don't take them back to the store. Nigga flashy, I don't wanna be. I know you see me in various whips, but you know I came from the corner B.